Adeshima by Mama Kwaba Ediban GHTV so a bit trending issues are him or internet highway no aso and a yabwa no semo for a son so ayede sumo. CGHTV what you can Facebook and YouTube. www.cghtv.com as a website. Mshawada so be for hono cooking kind and summer ye gu honom a day amount. A bray esija does the emergency piece so made trending issues I did him no ever abesomo. A bray yenko mu e internet highway no so na yenhwe ensem a ekoso.
Not like so that is something that is bothering my mind.
Okay, so looking forward to liberating our young people, right?
Yeah.
Nanaya, what's bothering you? What's bugging you this morning?
What's bugging me?
Yeah.
Let me say good morning to your viewers and good morning to Ghana and good morning to my co-panelists. What is bugging me? What is bugging me is Ghana.
What about Ghana?
Everything about Ghana is lopsided.
Yeah.
Upside down. I mean, really. It's not an easy road. Look at the depreciation of the cedi, the cost of goods and services, the dwindling standard of living, the medical situation. Look at the drugs that were left at the port, and now it has been cleared. I've heard.
Nana, you have to speak up for us.
You can't hear me. Why? How can I speak up under this circumstance?
You mean the problems are weighing you down, eh?
It is weighing me down.
But we have
time.
to try for our audience.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, if you put everything together, it is not the best. We are not in very good times, and I always say that it is time for us to change the MPP. If for nothing at all, for us to also try another option so that we see how it goes. But as it stands now, and the sad thing is the way they always make us feel that they are the best. At least if you accept it for us, we would, I mean, feel okay. If somebody hurts you and they apologize, even though you know sometimes they don't mean it, then they have apologized.
At least you understand that they know what
they know what they've done, but they don't.
Yes,
but they don't see it. What we are going through, they don't see it. You buy fuel at 60-something cedis a gallon. You buy yam at 50 cedis per tuber. You buy plantain one finger.
You buy tangerine for 7 cedis.
Yes.
One tiny little.
Yes, you are talking about. I went to buy guava. They said 86 cedis. I said why? Because it is imported.
Ah well.
We can't grow guava anymore. When we were kids, guava used to grow in our backyard.
Anyway, Mr. Money.
Nanaya, my junior sister, has reignited the internal debate on whether NDC is the best or MPP is the best. But we leave that decision to the good people of Ghana.
Yeah.
My take is on the almighty announcement tomorrow, endorsing Dr. Matthew Bogo Prempenapo as the running mate for Dr. Baumia. Political parties are the building blocks of democracy. So when there are cracks in the political party, they impact directly on our democracy. Yeah. So if our democracy is to enjoy an upswing, then we should all make it a point to ensure that we avoid pronouncement or acts which will send us on a downward spiral. I'm saying this in relation to what the MP, Mr. Andy Apia-Kubi said about Dr. Matthew Boko Napo. Party unity is of utmost importance now. I believe a lot of political rectitude and strategic necessity went into the selection of Napo. So it behoves every member of the party to rally behind him to ensure that the MPP goes to this crucial election on a united front and not a divided one.
Okay.
So we should watch our pronouncement in the party. Discipline party unity is of crucial importance.
Yeah.
So we will urge our brothers and sisters in MPP, mend fences and then toughen it up with
ahead.
MPP. Yeah, so this is my...
I mean, the majority leader did call for unity last week, saying that whatever the case, they should fix it internally and not be airing
Exactly. And there's a cardinal principle in communication. Even though we have the freedom of speech, we have all the latitude to ventilate our concerns and opinions on every issue under the sun. But that principle states that the truth of a matter is not enough justification for saying it. We all know Napo has good side and bad side. He's a political strategist, but at the same time, he has a lot of work to do to spruce up his image. So, but it's not right. The timing is wrong for anybody to at least hit on his bad side. Anyway,
okay. Let's get into the papers now, and then hopefully we'll get into some stories that will bring us back to the conversation of what this strategy is and if this is what the NPP really needs to break the 8. I'll start with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Banner stories: free SHS bill goes to cabinet, seeks cancellation of BECE for SHS admissions, and SHS to be 6 years. Be courageous, firm in the face of challenges, Ochinhene says to journalists. On the Snake Rock City negotiations, it is stalling, the Director General says. Okay, so let's get into the paper now. And let's start with a story about the free SHS bill, which is now gone to Cabinet. The free SHS bill 2024 will be presented to Cabinet for a debate this week, so it hasn't yet been presented. It will be this week. The proposed bill being drafted by the Ministry of Education is to give legal backing to the provision of free senior high school and compulsory education at the senior high school level. The Minister of Education, Dr. Yeoduchum, said last Friday that the bill would also propose the decoupling of junior high school from basic school and make it part of the secondary school, thereby creating 6 years of secondary education. The minister said another proposal of the bill was the cancellation of the basic education certificate examination as a precondition for gaining admission to the secondary level. Rather, it would be used for school selection purposes. So when this bill is passed, the certification for completing senior high school would become the first level of formal certificate any student can obtain in the country, rather than a BEC certification. That is according to the Minister of Education. How do you receive this news? So first, senior high school is now going to be extended to 6 years, including junior high school. So we have a whole 6-year term for secondary education, which means basic school is just from kindergarten or nursery up to primary 6. And you no longer need BEC as a prerequisite to enter secondary education. Rather, it's just a way of selecting schools. Okay, I want to reserve my comment and take your thoughts. I'll start with you, Mr. Palu, because you're right here with me.
Yeah, yeah, I think is the best decision.
How so?
Oh yeah, because to us as a party, it's part of our manifesto that we are going to merge the JHS and the SHS. So we believe that they picked the idea from us because we'll be saying it all over, and I think they bought into it and they are using it. But where we have a problem is the removal of the BEC exams. It has to still be there. That is the lower or the
primary school?
No, I'm talking about the JHS. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then the SHS will be 4, 5, 6.
Yes,
the same
6
thing.
years.
Nothing has changed. It's just that you put them on the same compound, okay? But when they get to Form 3, they will do exams.
That also means that you don't need any sort of examination or certification to get into secondary. So everyone
you don't need, because you don't need to drop anybody. You have to allow them to flow. You understand?
So all the numbers that will be churned out from junior high school automatically on board to secondary school.
Yes, because at that age, they are 14 years, 15 years, and what would they do?
What do you think this really does for us?
Yeah.
What benefits do we stand to gain?
The benefit is that you get most of your young people to acquire a secondary education. At least it will be the minimum of education that your people will have.
But they're still getting that now.
Yeah, because you see, when some of our kids graduate at JHS and they are not able to continue, okay? So this one will become automatic that every child will go to SHS.
Well, I'm asking these questions because we have free SHS now, although it's debatable, although the policy needs review and all that. We have free SHS, which means that every, child who qualifies of school-going age to enter senior high school can actually go to school for free.
Yeah.
So if it's about, access to senior high school, they already have that access. Yeah. So decoupling senior high school, junior high school from basic education, eliminating BECE, you think that what propels this free or access to senior high school agenda?
No, eliminating or cancelling the BECE is what I'm not in support.
Okay.
Because the kids must do some exams when they finish Form 3, the third year. They should definitely do that exam. Yes. But that will not send them to Form 3 or let them graduate from like the current system. Yeah. They still have to continue.
So it means whether you pass or not, you just continue.
Oh, exactly. Because my case, my case, I experienced in Ireland. That's where my case are. They went to junior high, finished, they did their junior certificate exams. Those who opted to continue, went to Form 5, 5th year. Instead of 4th year, they went straight to 5th year and then 6th year. Okay. Some decided to go out to do voluntary whatever, or some went to do some work experience. Yes. Okay. Yeah. But here we are not going to do that. It's like a continuous 6-year program. Right. So it's something that is done elsewhere. It's not like this is going to be the first time. Okay. But I will buy into the situation whereby we're going to, like you said, we have to review the free SHS. To
now
improve it.
Bill.
Yeah, to improve it.
Okay.
I will buy into that.
All right. Nana Yajantwa. The only thoughts I have on what you said is what then motivates these junior high school students to actually study hard.
That is the point.
I don't secondary school.
I don't even understand the whole thing that you are talking about. That I finished class 6. What exam do I do at class 6? In our time, we did a common entrance. It looks like they want to bring back that system, but it's not very, straight as it is. Okay. I finished class 6. I do the common entrance. It allows me to go into a school of my choice. If I'm not able to go into a school of my choice, I do a second choice or a third choice. Do you understand? Yeah. Then I go into secondary school up to Form 5. Then I do 6th form. Then after 6th form, I go to university. Yes. Right now, I don't understand that BEC, you won't do any exam. Then you go straight into SHS. I mean, how is that? So the class 6, how do you get into the BEC? So from class 6 straight to secondary school.
These are questions we should be posing to the minister everyone who is supposing.
Nobody is a kid. As long as you are in school. Me, I went to Form 1 at 10 and a half. One of the youngest. Did you get me? I was 10 and a half years when I went to Form 1. I competed with people who were older than me. That's about the youngest you go to Form 1.
Okay.
Do you understand? I competed with people who were older than me. I did well in my common entrance. I was promoted 3 times as I was in primary school. So how do you say that the young ones should not be stressed? They should be allowed to go. I don't understand. Okay. Young people should be made to compete. Do you understand? So that you know that I learned and I passed. It's not a freebie.
And it's not just about passing. It's the commitment to study. The skills you gain from
learning.
Okay. Let's go to Mr. Moni.
We've come a long way from 7-year secondary education, Form 5, 6th form, and it came to 4 years, 3 years, and now we're going back to 6 years. My only take is that we need to subject this to rigorous scrutiny and analysis. This is a time to bring on board people with distilled knowledge in education, so that they will prefer their views and suggestions to shape this policy so that it will be of supreme interest, supreme benefit to our children and the nation at large.
Yeah. Okay. Going forward, let's see how that goes, because it will be presented to cabinet, and so I'm sure it'll come up for debate, and people would have to, they would have to listen to the input of all stakeholders involved in the educational sector. They can't just go ahead.
The MPs, as usual, will play political football with us.
No, but they've already put a bill together without...
Look at experts,
They've put a bill together without getting inputs from anybody. Now the bill is going to Parliament, and whatever happens, then they pass it. Before you even put the bill together, you need to do all your stakeholder consultations on the matter. In fact,
and there's that question about whether there's actually a policy framework for the...
That is what I'm saying. I always say that when you do a bill, you should have a source document. After the source document, then you put your bill or your law in place. Then after that, you put your LI to regulate whatever it is. But where is the source document, the policy itself for this?
Again, we are told that a piece of legislation on free SHS is in the offing. So I don't know how we can align. I don't know how
progressively free senior higher education and all that. Okay, let's do some more stories. Now on this Senate...
Because you were talking about a review of the SHS.
The policy.
Yeah, this part of the review. Okay, because this one, it definitely the end result is that we're going to have day schools. All the secondary schools are going to be day eventually, because we're going to start using the current GHS schools to run this senior higher education.
Are you saying this bill is part of the review of the policy?
Yes,
it's SHS policy?
Yes, it's part.
But isn't that backwards?
No.
Because the things we're calling for in terms of reviews, the quality of food, whether or not it should be a scale of preference, those who can afford to pay should pay, those who can't afford fall under. So if you present this bill to Parliament, to Cabinet...
No, this one is going to eliminate the boarding system. Okay? This is going to take away the boarding system.
Really? I haven't read the entire bill, so I cannot confirm that.
But that is the end game. It's going to take away the boarding system, so that the case where they are. Because see, if a child is at maybe a junior high now, he has only 3 years to go to SS. Okay, so they can continue where they are.
Have you seen?
You just add additional infrastructure at where they are. Okay, and then they finish there. They don't need to go to boarding.
My dear, can I come in a minute?
Yeah.
Most of these GHS schools are private.
Yes.
They continue.
About 70% private. I have put my investments in something, and my vision is to do a junior high school. Then you are, as a private investor, you are now forcing me to... yes, because you are now, you see, who is going to extend it for them? You are going to add on more classrooms, more teachers, the curriculum will change, everything, even the compound will change.
Yeah, that's for business, you see.
All right, we have to, let's do other stories now.
You know, as a business person, I believe that it is even the best for the private schools, because now you can go to your bank, you can acquire, because there's the demand for your service, okay? Because you're building additional classrooms, additional infrastructure. The banks will be ready to support that, okay? And now the kids who are in the private schools will continue to be at the private schools and finish there. And those who are in the public schools will finish in the public schools.
Okay.
And now this is going to even reduce the burden on the state.
Mr. Apalu,
from running
this matter needs more probing, but let's put a pin in it and do other stories. So on the Smith Rock City negotiations, the Director General